Hi there viewers, I'm the Extraordinary Tourist, and this video is a video response to Apple eEd 2's video called Talk Time 1. It's tete-a-tete. So feel free to either not watch or to go over to his video and watch that first before watching my response to his video. So to start off with, I'll just mention that the tutorial that you requested me to make on posting to the Anime Studio forum, I'll add to the end of this video. It runs for about 6 minutes, so the last 6 minutes of this video will be that. Moving on to a response to your actual video. I will say that it was a little creepy, kind of seeing my own face animated there with you speaking from it, but having said that, it's not an unfamiliar experience because being a fairly popular member of GoAnimate means I've seen people represent me in their animations before, quite often through either photographic images of my head or cartoon avatars that I've either made myself or they've made to represent me, so not totally unfamiliar with that. It was interesting just to see the photo version sort of animated with Crazy Talk there, which is the first time I've seen that before with my own head. And it gives it a kind of surreal look to it, but it's quite interesting to see, and if you want to do that more, I don't really mind. It doesn't bug me. If you have cause to represent me in your videos, feel free. But I will say, like, the addition of you using Crazy Talk and adding characters into your videos definitely made it a lot more watchable. And obviously, it's easier for people to identify with a character than sort of just that sort of kind of moving landscape background type thing that you've done on previous videos, which, although that's quite interesting, it's hard to connect with when you're listening to someone talk. So definite improvement to your videos. Hope you're liking Crazy Talk Animator too. It's far easier, I think, than Animator Studio or Anime Studio Pro to actually get something usable out of really quickly. It's much sort of intuitive to use, and if you do get your hands on the full version, which lets you do full body editing and scenery and sets and stuff as well, that too is relatively easier to work out and get something happening with, especially when it comes to using photographs to make your animations. Trying not to go too long, but your video was quite long and it's a little hard to remember what you wanted me to respond to. You mentioned something about YouTube pages, the old YouTube page, which sort of gave people more of a chance to perhaps get seen more than what the current page does. I probably agree with you on that point, but knowing YouTube, it's probably quite sort of futile to try and get anything old back or have anything reverted back to the old way of doing it. It's probably better just to send them feedback and to suggest changes to whatever they're doing now that might help people like us get our work seen a bit more. But I'm not too fussed in getting on the bandwagon for doing that. At least not until I start producing videos that I feel are really quite watchable for sort of a wider audience than what I'm doing now, because clearly what I'm doing now isn't working all that great. After about 6 years, I haven't really got that big an audience, so probably will change once I start getting into animation, and I'm sure it'll change for you once you start doing that too. What else? I think I might cut this off here now, because once I get the 6 minutes of tutorial on the end of it, it's going to be a 10-minute video. So if I haven't responded to anything that you wanted me to specifically comment about, just let me know, and I'll either answer it in the comments, or who knows, maybe do another video. So and sorry if I don't look at the camera when I've been talking. It's a bit distracting because just above me up here I've got the camera, and then right below that I can see a picture of myself, and it sort of distracts me to look down a bit. So yep, I'll leave it at that. Till the next video, we shall see you later, and stay tuned for the tutorial. So this is my tutorial on how to embed YouTube videos and images into your posts on the Anime Studio forum. As you can see here, I'm already logged into the Studio forum, and I'm in one of the topic discussions. So first what I'll do is I'll show you how to embed an image. First thing you need to do obviously is post a reply, so that you get the reply screen come up. You'll see if I scroll down, there's a box down below here which has a tab labelled Upload to TinyPic. If you click that, you'll see this little box come up here for TinyPic. All you do now is choose your image file that you want to upload, and make sure your image file is of a fairly small size. In fact, make sure it's exactly the size you want it to display in your post. Make sure it's not a huge file, because many message board administrators really get annoyed if you start posting huge files that are bigger than the screen. So I'm going to just post this little image here, this little avatar image of me. Open. You'll see that the words come up there. You can give it tags if you want. You can resize it if you think it's going to come up too large. I already know it's small, so I just click the upload button. You see it upload, and there it is, it's there, but it's not in our post yet. In order to get it into the post, you have to add it to post by clicking that button there. What it does is takes the code that you saw immediately above that button, this link here, and copies it into your post. You'll see that copy just there. So if I now hit, I can now just write in that this is a sample embedded image, and if I preview my post, you'll see up here in the preview box the image I just uploaded is just there. Now if I want to embed a YouTube video, all I have to do is go into the editing box here and put the cursor where I want that video to be embedded, and you'll see here there's a button that says YouTube. All you do is you click that button, and you'll see these two tags come up. there's an open tag and then a close tag. So the first half in the bracket is the open tag, the second half is the close tag. What you want to do is go to your YouTube video. I've got one set up here already, and you'll see up in the address bar for your browser is the address for that video, but you don't want to copy the whole thing. You just want the code after the v equals section here, and if there's anything after that, make sure that's gone as well. You just want this little bit of code here, which you can use the keyboard to copy and paste, or you can right click once you've selected it and do copy. Go back to the forum, and right in the middle of those two brackets there, you want to paste that thing, that code, which you can do just by right clicking and pressing paste. It might be different if you're using a Mac. A right click is something that is specific to Windows PCs, so use the copy and paste functions that are appropriate for a Mac. Now you'll see if I preview my post, click the preview button, underneath my embedded image, my video comes up, and if I hit the play button on that, that will play as a normal embedded YouTube video. So it's really that simple. From here you can go on underneath that, you can continue typing. Sample embedded video. I can preview that again. See, my text will come up underneath it, and so on and so on. Obviously, if I now click the submit button, that would add my post to the forum, which I'm not going to do, as this is just a sort of sample post to show you how to go about it. So those are the two easiest ways to add an image and embed a video into the Anime Studio forum message board.